Hello, divine creations, divine marvels, children of God. Thanks so much for dropping by this video. So, this morning I was once again reflecting on what's the essence of what Bruno Groening taught. Bruno spoke a lot, he gave a lot of speeches, and I really like to try and reduce things down to their essence, to their fundamental, to the fundamental principle or idea. And very strongly, a quote of Bruno's came to me as I was reflecting on this morning, and it's Satan is mighty, God is almighty. It's one of my favorite quotes of Bruno's, and although I have many favorite quotes, and one of the reasons why I so appreciate that statement of his is it calls us to a mindfulness of how powerful evil is, and it calls us to a remembrance of our need for God. Bruno Groening said, "Don't play with evil," meaning don't underestimate it. So, what I understand that to mean is, unless we take evil seriously, we don't have to be afraid of it. Oops, there's a little background noise. One moment. We don't need to be afraid of evil. That's not what Bruno called us to, but to be absolutely mindful of how powerful it is. And simultaneously, this helps us to recognize what it means to need God, or maybe more specifically, why. Why do we need God? The way I think of it is we're up against a very powerful opponent. We need an even more powerful ally. Said another way, we have a problem that's too big for us to fix on our own. We need a higher power. I've referred many times to the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, which I feel is really one of the best summaries of Bruno Groening's teachings, or what Bruno taught, said by someone else. And in this book, it says, we rely on infinite God rather than finite self. And I think that really sums up what Bruno called us to, this reliance, leaning on, dependence on, trust in, faith in the supreme power to help us overcome the negative or the evil power. So my understanding is this is an attitude to take as we go throughout our day. It's not just Satan's mighty, God's almighty. Okay, I'm going to rely on God and I'm done. My understanding is it's a moment by moment practice, specifically of being vigilant with our thoughts. That's how the evil creeps in, is through negative thinking. And so we have to be mindful, moment by moment, of our thoughts, moment by moment of our absolute need of God and relying on God. Bruno instructed us to do Einstein 24/7. He said, observe your body more and more, every moment. Every hour, every day, every hour, every moment, every minute, every second. I don't have the exact quote. I'm just doing my best paraphrase here. But in essence, to observe our bodies all day long. I haven't mastered that yet. I don't know that I'm anywhere near close. I've certainly made a little progress to doing it now more and more while I'm walking, I'm washing the dishes. Can't say I do it all day long yet. The importance of this is we're on planet Earth, and planet Earth has a whole lot of evil, maybe even more. I would assume more than when Bruno Groening was here. Hence, we need God more. We don't have to be afraid of it because Bruno pointed out when the need or necessity is greatest, he said, the Lord God is nearest. So that's just my opinion that there's probably more evil now than when Bruno was here. But again, that's not something to be afraid of by any means. According to Bruno Grunning, it's even a greater, in some ways, spiritual opportunity. If there's more evil around, then God is even nearer. So let's take a few minutes and take in. Hopefully, you've been taking it in throughout this whole video, but let's spend some time and take in this divine power. Fill ourselves up so that we can then be mindful and then just repel the evil when it comes at us. To anyone who's new, this is very simple to do. Please sit with your legs uncrossed, feet flat on the floor, hands on your legs, palms facing upwards, back in a relaxed upright position, if possible, not leaning against your chair, closing your eyes and having the intention, the will, to receive divine life energy. Simultaneously separating yourself from everything not good, all worries, resentments, and observing your body, having the intention to take this energy in. Noticing what you feel, intending to absorb divine life energy, like to thank everyone else. I'd like to thank everyone for joining in. Everyone took the time to watch this video. Please, your feedback is very welcome. It's a fascinating question to me. What's the essence of what Bruno Groening taught? And if you have your own way of languaging it or expressing, please do share it. Have a beautiful day. Connecting to, relying on the divine while being very mindful of this force called evil. Take care. Much love.